morning, this is Babatunde with Pennystocking 100 to 1000. Welcome back to the series where we take a fresh account on Webull, starting with just $100, and show you the journey it takes to grow that $100 into $1,000 over time. And we're back. Today is June 7th, 2019. Markets are green after they tried to slightly rebound from this slaughter they have been going through for the past few weeks. So when we left off the series, we were on an overnight play on IFRX, and we did lose on that one. So yeah, we lost on that one, unfortunately. Remember, we were buying this at $3.96 a share pretty early into the day, so I kind of went against my rules on this in the first place because I got in fairly early. I just thought, this stock is down 90%. What if it rebounds within the intraday? Usually the best play for this is actually to get in. Try to wait till the close, around the close area. If you're going to do like a play like this, wait till around the close, because when you think about these stocks like this, where they drop 90% overnight pretty much, yes, they can rebound to an extent, but you have to remember that this first day is going to be a huge sell-off day. You have to try to find the bottom. When a stock like this is making it is making new all-time lows on the chart as you speak. You have to wait for the bottom. You don't know where the bottom is, but you just kind of have to wait. There's a lot of selling volume going on, and that you do not really want to be buying into. So as you can see, this was like the low for that day. Actually, the low was for the first day was here, 291. So like I said, I bought in at 396 because I got in early, around 10 a.m. So really pretty early, So my mistake, I know this already, but this is my mistake. And so in the after hours, in the pre-market rather, the pre-market the next day, because this was an overnight play, it did hit about 350 at 6:45 in the morning. I didn't wait that long. I think I got out around maybe around here. I think I got out like 333 a share, something like that. I just took the win. I mean, not a win, I'm sorry. This was a loss. I just tried to cut my loss because, remember I said that the low was 291 the day before, right? It closed at about $3 a share that day. So you have to remember that even this move here in the 330s, people who bought that in at the close, they've already made their 10% win, just from the pre-market overnight. So a lot of people are going to be cashing in that money, so I just went ahead and cut that there because I didn't like the price action in the pre-market. It didn't really do much after that point. But yes, it did go to 350, and so we kind of missed that run up there, but that is totally fine. That's totally fine. And then it actually plummeted after that. You got a 316 was the low there in the pre-market at 8 a.m. And then on the open, it actually did run up to 360. So I could have cut some of my losses a little bit. Not taking as huge of a loss, but it's fine. Because you can't really judge that it was going to actually push up there. And either way I look at it, it was going to be a loss. I just went ahead and cut that loss after it did not do what I wanted it to do. So, which was I wanted it to retest the 5-6 area, which it did not do that. So just go ahead and get out when in plays like that. Just go ahead and get out and don't risk it. Of course, on Friday it actually did settle in the low threes and then eventually push up to 399 was the high for the day for Friday. So I could have got out break even if I held it that long, but I'm not gonna hold a stock like this, and there's other plays to be made potentially. I'm not gonna keep holding on to this, So like I said, we went ahead and got out of that one, and we didn't actually make a day trade on Thursday. We kind of just sat back and just wanted to. We took it as a day to kind of like sit on our hands and just kind of look. And we actually did observe the market and observe certain plays. There were a couple of plays that actually did go up about 25, 30, 40, 56%, that I could have made some money on. And I was actually looking at them at the time. But again, I just wanted to kind of sit back and train myself to have some discipline to just not actually pull the trigger, to not actually engage, You know, it takes a lot of discipline to just sit there and just watch the market, just kind of observe, see what your thoughts are, what you would have done if you were actually getting. So like paper trading, but like a mental paper trade, you know. So it's fine to have one of those every now and then. It kind of alleviates some of the pressure off of you, lets you relax a little bit, not to feel so stressed. So that's what I did on Thursday instead of actually trading. And on Friday, we got in on Barnes and Noble BKS. Unfortunately, I saw the price action. I saw the volume, the crazy amounts of volume in the pre-market. It was crazy. It was insane. You know, orders of 100,000, 200,000 shares at one time. It was insane. And under normal circumstances, you know, this would have been a very, very great play to get in on. But I didn't actually read the fine print. So you can see I got in at roughly 7:30 in the morning in the pre-market at 646 a share, and I sold it at around 826 at 661 a share. So I only made about 2% gain on that one. Again, I saw the price action, I saw the movement. I saw the resistance areas around the $8-ish range, but I did not see the catalyst. I did not pay any attention to the catalyst, because if I did, I would not have gotten in on this, because there was not a whole lot of upside potential. You can see the day's range, it traded between 659 and 670 a share. So not much potential, but that's because I don't think it has it in here, but you know, one company is trying to, or one investment firm is trying to buy Barnes and Nobles for like a half a billion dollars or something like that. So that was the catalyst, and they're buying it at an estimated price of $650 a share. So 650-ish, 670, you know, that was like the top. You know, everybody kept that in mind, so it stayed pretty much flat all day in the 660 range. So, you know, if I would actually pay attention to that and read the catalyst, I would not have engaged on this stock, because I would have knew that was the top. So, you know, bad play on my part, but it happens, you know. So that was that play. Like I said, tons of volume though, tons of volume. And like I said, this is where we kind of saw it. So, you know, 388K, 500K. This is in the pre-market. 1.5 million shares. It was going insane. So, you know, that's all I pretty much saw. And that's what I'm pretty much looking for when I'm finding these plays. Is I'm looking for, you know, momentum and things like that. And so, you know, we traded that. We only made 2% on that one because we just did not pay attention to catalysts. But that's fine. I wanted to get in on FTD, the stock that's bankrupt right now. That's going from that's gone from 80 cents to about, you know, under 10 cents overnight because of the bankruptcy news. This was about a week ago or so, and it's still in play somewhat. Like every other day or something like that, people are trying to push it back up a little bit, you know, make, you know, basically scalp it for, you know, 30, 40, 50% gains. And today it actually went nuts. And I was actually watching this, and I saw the movement, I saw the action. It was crazy. I just did not pull the trigger. I just didn't pull the trigger because I don't have a great experience with stocks under $1. I really just don't have a great experience with them. They have a lot of potential, as you can see here. The day's range was 16 cents to 44 cents. So a lot of potential, but I just don't have a great track record with them. So I was a little bit hesitant to get in on it. And, you know, they kind of blew up in my face because this first tick here where I noticed it was at 20 cents a share when I looked at it. It had went up from 15 or from 13 all the way to 20 cents. And that's when it popped up on my scanner. I saw the action, the volume, all of that. Within that first tick, boom, goes to 38 cents a share. So you could have nearly, if I got in at 20 cents a share when I was looking at it, I could have nearly doubled my money on that spike, you know. But again, I just didn't pull the trigger because I'm not too. If this was a stock trading at like $2 or $3, $4, something like that, I would have easily jumped in. But I just don't have a great track record with stocks like this. So FTD, you know, there's also Legacy LGCY, you know, another stock they traded within the same range today, really in the 30-cent range today. You know, basically a sympathy play. They both have been kind of, you know, piggybacking off of one another. So I looked at both of these stocks, and both of them kind of went crazy, and I kept looking at both of them, but I just did not pull the trigger because, like I said, I just don't have a great track record with them, and I was a little bit hesitant, a little scared. So that was that. So, you know, we only made 2% today on that, on Barnes and Noble. And the play we are in right now is Neptune Wellness, NEPT. And this is going to be holding this over the weekend into Monday. We're already up 2% on it. The reason why I'm holding this is because, and we got in at $5.07 a share. Right now it's trading at $5.20 in the after hours. So, we got in at the close. And the reason why I'm trading this, it had a catalyst. It's been partnered with Tilray, the $40 marijuana stock. They partnered together on a 3-year deal, something like that. So good news there. And then there's also earnings. As you can see, earnings expected on June 12th. So on Wednesday and after hours, earnings are expected. And it had a nice little nearly 30% run up today. So good things all around. Not only that, but check out the 52-week range. The high is $5.14. Not only is that the high, not only is the $5.14 the 1-year range, but it's actually the all-time high for the stock. So it's, as it was approaching, all-time highs at 507 a share when I saw this, it's pretty good for, breakout patterns, which I'm not the best at trading those types of patterns, but this was just a gimme. This was like an obvious, you have to trade this overnight. It just makes sense. Earnings coming to Wednesday. Not necessarily am I going to hold this into earnings on Wednesday. More than likely, I'm going to be out Monday in the pre-market, more than likely. But, still, approaching all-time highs, earnings coming out, the partnership with Tilray. It's just so many good catalysts. Like, it just has to work somewhat in my favor, All signs point towards fairly good things. So I just had to get in on this one and just see what it's all about. And so, we're not expecting too much. To be honest with you, I could easily just take, $5.50 a share on Monday. It is what it is. It's not a big deal. I can take like a 7-8% gain on it. It's just an overnight play. I just saw it with little potential for downside. Look at this beautiful chart here. Steady going up the whole day. So I just had to kind of involve myself in it. So we'll see what happens with that on Monday. But that was the recap for, Thursday and Friday. So not a whole lot going on. We had the little 2% gain here and 2% gain there. So, but that's better than a loss. So we'll see what happens next week on the series. And until then, I just hope you have a great weekend. And we just encourage you all to stay motivated, stay inspired, study hard over the weekend, and penny stocks will reward you. Thank you.